गुड इवनिंग एवरीबॉडी। क्वाडिल एंड गुड इवनिंग एवरीबॉडी। नमस्कार सबको। बहुत बहुत नमस्कार। गुड क्वाडिल गुड क्वाडिल means a long big very big word you can see in mathematics. Quadrille and good evening everybody. Today I'm going to talk something new, not Palestine or Israel issue, but something else which is very very significant for everybody. And this is power of soul. I'm not Pandit, I'm not a sir, I'm not nothing, but I've researched on this. I've researched on this. मैंने अनुसंधान किया है इस पे. My name is Suraj Singh, as you know very well, and I am speaking from Bharat, India, on this day, which is 27th and 26th of November, 2023. It's evening of Sunday, and I'm going to discuss with you soul. You know, soul in Hindi we call it Atma. Maybe everybody is not interested in this, but it is a very important topic. I'm by qualification, I'm an engineer. By work, I'm an engineer, experienced engineer, civil engineer, in fact. And I try to understand, after long experience, where soul counts in. Soul is very important element of body, though it's not visible, it's not seen, it can be felt, but body is seen, body is visible. हमारा शरीर दिखाई देता है, हमारी आंखें नाक कान सब दिखाई देते हैं, सारे organ दिखाई देते हैं. We can see all parts of our body, but we cannot see soul. But soul is very important part, because without soul body cannot work. Not even human body, every other body, say animals, birds, and all creatures on this universe or on this earth, everybody requires power of soul. Some requires little, some require more and more and more. And human has got unlimited power of soul if it wants to get it and use it. Power of soul is very important topic, though some people call it something else. I'm not going to do that. I'm calling soul means atma, means power within myself and yourself and everyone. And I'm relating it to numbers, how this works. I have written many topics, many articles. I have also produced many, you can say, videos in this connection, references of which are given here. If you go to notes, you'll find many references in this regard. Videos are maybe 10 for, I don't know how many videos are there. You can go to them. It's available on Facebook, and you can refer to them if you want to. If you got the interest and you want to see your time. And it's not a joke, I'm just telling you, it's not a joke. I'm not talking in air, I'm talking by what, because soul is different from astrology, it is different from numerology, it is different for all other subjects. So you can say it's a kind of exponent work that I have been presenting, I've been working upon, I've been researching for many years. I think more than 2 decades have elapsed. You can say how Sol works. I have given some references and notes about palmistry also. Palmistry, I'm not talking that palmistry with general often palmistry. This is different kind of palmistry I'm linking, I'm talking, but I'm not going to describe that one here. I'm going to describe the power of soul, आत्मा की शक्ति कैसे हम में काम करती है. How does it work? Does it have any impact on our life, or it does not have any impact of our life? I think it has got positive and negative impacts on our life, but people may agree or may not agree. I cannot force anybody whether to agree on this or not to agree on this, because soul is soul and power is power, and there should be no conflict in this. To understand or not to understand, soul cannot be measured, it cannot be seen, it cannot be photographed. Body can be seen, but body cannot work in itself as material, because body is material of blood, flesh, bones, etc. And without operating power, and that is called electrical power, or you can say low, very low voltage electrical power, and that is soul. And it's just like computer works, software designs. We cannot design soul. This means it is already designed. Sol is like a super computer, you can say, software. It has got properties within itself. Nobody can change those properties. These properties can be utilized by everybody. That point we have to understand in a different way. Well, I'm not just kidding here, I'm trying to tell you certain facts. It's only imagination, and in engineering or sciences, imaginations are converted to reality by using formula, by using theorems, by using this and that. You can see, if you know engineering, you know mathematics, you can understand that assumptions are made, suppositions are made, and those are ultimately or eventually evidenced or produced and proved, and which results in certain work. we can say logical work or systematic work or scientific work or systematic work से हम कुछ सोचते हैं, करते हैं, मानते हैं, नहीं मानते, एज्यूम करते हैं, उससे हिसाब से कोई भी थ्योरम होती है, थ्योरी होती है, उससे हम काम करके उस फार्मूले को निकालते हैं या ड्राइव करते हैं या एम्पिरिकली मानते हैं, एक्सपीरियंस के हिसाब से, ट्रेंड के हिसाब से उसको हम वर्क में यूज करते हैं, उसी को हम कहते हैं सिस्टम और फार्मूला और वट एवर इज दैट. Maybe people may agree, people may not agree, but fact remains that even if you don't agree, there's no harm in analyzing, in understanding, or you can say in deliberating on such an issue, which is very significant for everyone. It's not that I'm telling you, maybe many of you know it very well, but as far as I understand, I'm not referring to any faith, I'm not referring to whatever else. I'm just trying to say, based on my experience of life, what these numbers that we can say 0 to 9, or we can say 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, these relate to everyone's body, and that is where I confine myself as far as power of soul is concerned, because soul power is in, you can say, operative in everybody's, and that is very very important factor which runs everyone from birth to leaving from this earth. I have taken relative understanding of these numbers. It's not that we can prove it or not to prove, but depending on experience that has been taken and considered. It's not small talk. There's so longevity in this talk. We can give many many examples. But here I'm just talking in reference to Gregorian calendar of, we can say, 1 century. I'm just trying to confine this work into that. You can say this may start on January 1st, year 1 to December 31st, year 100. That is my limiting point, which says that there are about 141 standard numbers which can be calculated or computed out, which you can compute yourself. I'm just giving reference. If you consider 1st January, year 1, that becomes 1 plus 1. Just ignore century and count only day, month, and year number. For example, 1st January, year 1 is number, first day of century. So it can be said as 1 plus 1 plus 1 is equal to 3. Likewise, December 31st, 100 year is last day of century, and that can be said to be 31 plus 12 plus 100 is equal to 143. So these numbers shall vary between 3 and 143, means 141 numbers work for all and everyone. You can calculate yourself a very simple equation, mathematics, 1 plus 1 plus 1 and 31 plus 12 plus 100. I'm just giving you what is basics in that and how it is that's important. Flow of soul, how does it happen? That we have to assume, because we have mind here, first organ in body. Mind is our ultimate for everyone, ultimate use, ultimate destination, ultimate power, without which body cannot work. Say, if head is removed, nothing is left, body is dead. But if some other part of body is removed, say hand or arm, one may be called handicapped, but one can live, one can survive within limits, and that is very important. And just in that case, I will watch about half a minute. कोई नहीं लाइट चला गया चली गई ना चली गई ना वो करके कौन वही जो आती है शशि हाँ sorry. Just half a minute lost, no problem. Now, my conception is very, very different. I think that I not only think but consider there's waves of soul which we do not know, just like signals of web, signals of internet, waves of souls remain in our environment. In environment, it's like continuous flow, continuous network which you cannot see. It is much more powerful than software we use today. And this software cannot be detected, this software cannot be known, but can be used. And that is very important point. Human body has distance from top, that is head to feet. And there are so many organs involved in this body. Let us consider like this. Let us say our first part is head, which I give number 6. Let us say like this. How to give I 6? I'll tell you what. Then let us see another part is our you can say heart. I can give that power 4, 4 of heart. And if you come down to center of body, like approximately center of body, which is called navel, or in Hindi we call it sundi, that can be given number 3. And where natural material is available, which is most powerful material in this world, and that is called regenerating material, electrolyte. Regenerating electrolyte, in our words you can say in English semen, or in Hindi virya, that can be given number 2, or in female if it is, it can be given number 2 in womb. Same way, chest or heart is only 4 for everybody, and if we go to genital of everyone, that can be given number 1. So we can say that number 1 is given to genital. This means natural flow of spiritual energy or soul energy enters at point number 1. It cannot enter at point number 6, or above point number 6 is 7. You can say 7 is, of course, at outside body, but it is just at head or on skull. Or we generally use, though we cannot see that, we call that aura or origin. Now, one number is there at genital, then two number there is at seminal portion or womb, three number is there located on you can say navel or sundi, and four number is located in heart zone or breast zone or chest zone, you can say, and number six is located in forehead or head. You may ask them why these numbers are arbitrarily given. No, it's not arbitrarily. These numbers are given and these will be connected to remaining numbers, which are number 5, number 7, number 8, number 9, and 0. This is not arbitrarily done, this is done per organic functional of body. I have taken according to organic number, and that is where is most important point. Now I say that whole system, let us say this is just entry into organic structure, organ, genital, number 1, which takes to number 6 by complete flow. This means on its route, it passes through semen, and then it passes further to navel, and then to 4, that's heart zone, and ultimately it reaches number 6, which is located at head. दिस पॉइंट वी हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड. एक नंबर से आकर आगे जाएगा 2 नंबर में सेमिनल जोन में, उसके बाद जाएगा 3 नंबर में स्नाभि के जोन में, से नेवल के जोन में, और उसके आगे जाएगा हार्ट जोन में नंबर 4 में, और उसके बाद 6 में माइंड में, और 7 नंबर माइंड के ऊपर. और ये पूरा अंदर का जो सिस्टम है इसको हम 8 नंबर देते हैं. 8 वी अलाउ दिस because this is also part of system, and wherever it goes in external portion of body or outside body to whatever limits into skies or to whatever you call heavens or wherever you can say God may be available, all this is called external network. So internal network is within body, that includes from 1 to 6, and 1 number, 2 number, 3 number, 4 number, 6 numbers, and external is called 7, 8, 9, 0, likewise 5. It's very important point if you can understand these numbers here 0 to 9. So what I say, 0 means encompassing solar system, planetary planets. If you just take a circle, or you can say you encase all solar system planets including sun into that sphere, imaginary sphere, that is called zero, or I say zero exists encompassing all solar systems planets. That point is very important. पूरे सोलर सिस्टम के घेरे हुए अपने सर्कल में, अपने स्फीयर में, उसको हम कहते हैं जीरो, एक काल्पनिक जीरो लेकिन पावरफुल जीरो। और उस जीरो के अंदर घूमता हुआ, एंडलेस जीरो में घूमता हुआ नो नंबर। आप थोड़ा समझिए कॉन्सेप्ट को। नाइन नंबर unlimitedly, without end, or endlessly moves or works within shape of zero, come without any other stop. Zero itself is endless, nine goes into that. So you say zero number and nine number are allotted to these two items. Is encircling or encompassing solar system, and within that encompassing solar system we allot number 9 in that sphere. And so 8 number, as I told you, it's complete system. So what is left now? Now left is number 5, number 7. Where does 5 number locate, and where does number 7 locate? 7 already I told you, this is above head, and that is, we assume it is aura or origin. Aura means origin, nothing else. So 8 number is network, and 5 number is most important of these numbers. And I'm not saying important in what sense. Important because according to my allotment, according to my understanding, analytical work and thinking, 5 number goes to position or statehood or kingdom of ultimate power, and whatever you can call it, god or whatever by name you call it, I don't care for that. भगवान कहते हैं हिंदी में, और कहते हैं अरबिक में अल्लाह, उर्दू में अल्लाह, और कहते हैं गॉड, कुछ भी कह लीजिए आपको। वहाँ हम पहुँचे 5 numbers के साथ। आई रीच देयर विद नंबर 5। सो लेट अस से what is number 1, genital portion, number 2 is seminal portion or womb, number 3 is navel portion for both genders, number 4 is heart portion, and number 5 is God's position, number 6 is mental portion, and number 7 is here above or skull, number 8 is total system, number 9 is in zero it rotates, and zero is encompassing all solar system, and then 5, which I just told you, that is kingdom of God, or God exists there. How 5 number I've taken, I'll explain to you also how this number are going to work. That's what I have to understand. These are not ordinary, these are all justified numbers I'm taking. What's purpose of that? What's not purpose of that? Why 5 is important? What is reason for that? What formula I'm going to adopt? It is all very important. मैं कोई फार्मूला क्यों लगा रहा हूँ, उसकी भी justification है। और वैसे if you want to read all this is all available in this page that I have written here as script.com reference or URL. You can see that one and download that page, about 300 pages. That page of 300 of word, and you can go through what I'm saying in details. Every justification available. I would have shared it, but screen share is not permissible in YouTube. If you like, I should give you other video, or that is through Zoom. Not, I'll give you a link of that one. Yeah, it's really very simple point I'm discussing with you, that it's not easy just to think and decide. My research work is different. It is not copied from somewhere. It is not referenced to somewhere. I'm not gone through studying any book. I'm just giving my own concept, which was started in 1991 or 2, I think. I started working on this by God's blessings, and through a sequence of many years and decades, I got fully confident, and that's why I produced this work in book form. On I'm not charging anything as far as this is concerned, because this is not my profession. My profession is civil engineering. I That is my food profession for living. This profession is just, I try to help society of whole world. If they want to know how can they understand, complete graphics is available, complete, you can say, data sheets are available about the results of these. Means you can say an application Excel sheet is available, on which you just enter your date number, month number, year number, and you will get complete result out on that page. You are not going to do anything. Only one part is that is a ruling number, for which you have to You have to replace some numbers and get answer, because I could not program that one till now. My dear few friends, it's not a joke. I'm very serious about this. If you want to say that I'm just talking in faith, no, it's not question of faith. It is question of logical calculations. Just these numbers representations that I explained to you, these are more important. If you can remember them and understand them, these will be, a kind of, you can say, asset for you, as far as, or to an extent, this topic of power of soul is concerned, because power of soul is very important subject or topic which maybe everybody doesn't know, and it's not available in real forms around the world. Maybe there are books on that power of soul, but those are different. Those are related to faith or something, or religion or holy books. I'm not going to refer to them. My holy book is nothing. My holy book is my mind, and your holy book should be your mind. More nothing. There is nothing more than mind, because mind is very powerful tool God has given to everybody. In fact, start of construction of body, you can say, initiated itself by construction of mind first, and then other supporting parts of it. God did everything, but remember, God's work always starts from whole. It never starts from single to whole, or whole to part, or part to. It's whole to part. That is why we have to take into consideration complete comprehension on this issue. Comprehension means in complete considerations we have to work it. ये नहीं होता कि हम यहाँ से पकड़ लें, वहाँ से पकड़ लें और सोच लें क्या होता है, कान पकड़ लें, नाक पकड़ लें, फिर देखें क्या होता है। नहीं, आपको पूरी बॉडी का सिस्टम कंसीडर करना होगा. You have to consider complete system of body. Only then this could be understood. And I'm not asking anybody, I'm not requesting anybody to do it. It is up to your pleasure. Should you have any interest, you can do it. You can read it, you can understand it. Otherwise, it's up to you. I have nothing to do. I'm not. It's not my profession. You may say it's my hobby, or I'm fond of this. I spend a lot of time on this, on whatever you do, and I find results. I find that whatever I consider, or what is given, that is fine. In fact, power of soul can do anything, whatever thing. There is no deficiency. Soul is actually life. To be very frank, soul is life. जिंदगी क्या है? Soul है. शरीर तो एक, कह सकते हैं, कंटेनमेंट है. यू में से कंटेनमेंट, जिसमें कुछ डाल दो और उसके बाद यूज़ करो, फिर रिसाइकल कर दो या उसको रिफिल कर दो. A kind of cylinder, a kind of containment is our body. Soul is not our body. Soul is power within this body, within my body, which is my house for my duration of my travel on earth, from date of birth to date of leaving this earth, or we may call it date of death. But soul does not have any death, because it has got no birth and it has got no death. But we are going to consider entry of soul into body and then exit of soul from body. That duration we are considering, which is called life span. जिंदगी कितनी लंबी है, जितनी ऐसी है. And this is important number we are taking, because entry day into this body, when body starts functioning independently without warmth, that day we consider as date of birth, and from that we count our number by adding date plus month plus year is equal to number of body or soul number. That point is very important here. I'm not in hurry. I'll go slowly, because this subject is very complicated, very slow, very boring, and we have to understand soul first. And if we cannot understand soul, then we cannot understand anything. Our body, I don't depend upon what my hand says, what my palm says. No, I don't depend on that. I don't depend upon what astrology says, what even zodiac says. Zodiac says these are the zodiac signs, 12 signs. I don't believe in that. They may be astrologers, they may be other one, they may be numerologists. I don't believe in numerologists, because all these are referrals, these are not originals. Nobody can guarantee that these are logical calculations. There may be calculations for astronomical purposes, that I agree, but not for astrological purposes. There is a difference between astronomy and astrology. I'm talking about astronomy, which is pure science, which tells relative positions of stars with others in solar system, in skies. But as far as your, you may say, astrology is concerned, that is a fiction. Maybe it is right for calculations, but until you can understand, it's completely blind faith. You follow in 12, in 12 zodiac chapters, you cannot know thing. If we're talking of 141 numbers, and these numbers are further expanded, this becomes 37,200. How? If you multiply by, you can say 31 into 12 and then 100, you will get 32,100. 31 and 12, 12 into 1, 12, 2, and then 36 and 37. So this is very important. 37 to 100 is significant number. You can say your case maybe, your act may be one of those 37,200 numbers. If you consider your date value, if you consider your month value, if you consider your, you can say, mind value, or year value, that would tell you what sort of person you are, what sort of your mind is. And I consider mind priority wise, because it's mind that gives everything, that tells where shall you go, in what direction you have to work, where can you move. And that is very important part of life. If mind is understood well, when person has capacity to work, I'm sorry, some problem in throat. If mind works well, it depends upon person's efforts, which are indicated by day on which you are born. I'm sorry. So we have to allot some values, some functions to these, and then we have to see. Means there are many cases. Date, what date tells, what day tells, what month tells, and what mind tells, what total tells, what various variations in this say. We sum up date and month. What does it say? We sum up date and year. What does it say? We sum up something. Let us say month and year. What does it say? We count them with their results also, which is formula based on whatever number we consider. If you multiply it by 6 and add 2, what does it give? That value we check for every parameter: date parameter, month parameter, year parameter, total parameter, substitution parameter. Because substitution, I to say that is 8, 5, and 2 are substituted values of these, which I'll explain to you. I'm just talking preliminary about this issue, because this is very complicated but very easy subject. It's only that if you have little interest in calculations, you can do it though in this subject, in this preparation, in this submission. Preparations, calculations are already available. You need not worry about that, because our Excel sheet, I worked out application, and just enter date, month, and year without century, you will get results. That is beauty of this. I try to help everybody in this world. I spend a lot of time in this of my career, as well as it's also a career, you can say, without earning anything. It's my title always I give: power of soul, applied spiritual numbers. And also you can say that this is DRG. DRGTHEURGY is something which is unknown, something which is like, you can say, in a super control, that is not controlled by everyone here. It's not artificial or mundane control, it is super control. And I'm not a guru, I'm again telling you, I am an engineer by profession, and I am active engineer. I'm not saying, oh, I go like this and say, okay, my blessings to you. No, it is all work of calculations, mathematical calculations, and we have to rely upon that. And if you don't rely upon that, we won't get anything fruitful from this. So what I mean to say is, we have to understand soul first. Do you dream? My question to you starts with, do you dream? I'm not writing anything about dream in that writing. No, no, I'm not. But I'm preparing a question mark. What dreams tell you? We have to understand this also. Which word is dream and which word is physical? Is physical real word or dream real word? That also we have to classify. I'm not claiming anything. I'm not submitting anything. I'm just deliberating it. Everybody sees or view dream. Everybody views dream. Some remember, some don't remember. स्वप्न सबको आते हैं, कुछ लोग याद रखते हैं, कुछ नहीं रखते हैं। स्वप्न की दुनिया क्या कल्पना है, या जिस दुनिया में हम रह रहे हैं, जिसको हम मंडेन वर्ल्ड कहते हैं, वो कल्पना है? क्या फिजिकल बॉडी सच्चाई है, या हमारी नॉन फिजिकल बॉडी, जिसको हम आत्मा कहते हैं, वो सच्चाई है? या ये फिजिकल प्लस मैकेनिकल या सॉल मिलके सच्चाई है? क्या सच्चाई है? क्या हम ये जान सकते हैं? क्योंकि हम मंडेन वर्ल्ड में रह रहे हैं, इसलिए हम कहते हैं फिजिकल सच्चाई है। लेकिन जब आप मंडेन वर्ल्ड में नहीं होते, आप ड्रीम वर्ल्ड में होते हैं, जो फिजिकल नहीं है, तब आप क्या होते हैं? वो भी एक वर्क है समझने का, एक क्रिएशन है। क्या गॉड हमें कुछ कहना चाहता है? डज गॉड tell us something or intend to tell us something in automatic preparations, or in scenery forms, or in written forms, or in whatever forms? That also we have to understand. I've not written anything about dreams, but here what I'm saying is dreams are also big guidance for everyone. And these numbers, in fact, to be very sure, to be very frank, to be very confirmable, that I got support from my dreams to reach to creation of this exponential work. I am calling this exponential work because I did not use any existing topic or work for reference into this. This is purely original, original, and original. That is what I say, exponential work, not research work, not original theory work, or from some spectrum world like numerology, astrology, or palmistry, or else and else. This is beauty of this work. I'm just speaking very slowly because I want that people should understand. मैं इसलिए आहिस्ता बोल रहा हूँ क्योंकि लोगों को समझ तो आना चाहिए ना कि मैं क्या कहना चाहता हूँ, क्या सही हो सकता है, क्या नहीं हो सकता है। And that point is also very significant. बहुत महत्वपूर्ण बात होती है अगर हम इस बात को समझें, और अगर हम समझेंगे नहीं तो कुछ करेंगे नहीं। पढ़ लिख के अगर हम सही बात नहीं समझ सकते, हम अंधविश्वास में रहना चाहते हैं, वो भी गलत है। If we are educated, well experienced, we can analyze, we can understand, we can explain. In that case, we have to apply all these parameters, all these systems, and then try to say, yes, it can be like this, or it cannot be like this. And it is also true that every individual in this earth, on this earth, for this earth, is connected and linked to God directly or indirectly, though we cannot see that. We cannot see that. That point we have to understand. And we only say in faith, oh, we are all living, we are all brothers and sisters. That we say, Vasudev Kutum. हमारी भाषा में कहते हैं वासुदेव कुटुंब. This means all people of this world belongs to Vasudev, which is name of a god. Vasudev. We all belong to God. And that is true also, because there is no partition on earth, first of all living on same surface. There is no levels here. Everybody uses earth, curve of earth, sphere of earth, and we all respirate or breathe same air. We all use same water. We all are supported by same solar system planets. There's no different planets here and there for this country and for that country. We can say that in that case we are uniformly supported by nature. We all eat, we all eat food, we all eat wet grains, we all drink water, we all take sun rays, we use air, on whatever else we use earth resources, earth sources for our livings, for manufacturing, for industrialization, or whatever else. This means, of course, it is a family of all people and also all creatures like animals and birds. They also survive like this. So we can say that it's a family of all people. Well, I'm not going into that world, but we have to understand that world first. Only then we can understand what is meaning of soul. I don't say imagine or you accept what I say. No, don't accept. I don't want to force anybody to accept what I say. You experience yourself. Experience yourself and then accept or don't accept. It's up to you. Because I never talk belief. Never ever. Belief can be correct also. I don't say no. But if it is understood, I talk to many people who are orthodox, who are paradox. They cannot answer questions. If question cannot be answered, that question cannot be reasonable, cannot be logical. अगर आप प्रश्न का उत्तर नहीं दे सकता कोई ज्ञानी विज्ञानी तो उसका कोई मतलब नहीं रहता. आप किसी धर्म वाले से बात कीजिए, कोई भी धर्म वाला हो, अगर वो आपकी बात का उत्तर लॉजिकल नहीं दे सकता तो उसका कोई मतलब नहीं होता. वो सिर्फ एक समझने की बात होती जी. आप एक काइंड ऑफ थ्रेट, a kind of warning, a kind of scare. Oh, if you don't believe this, if you don't do this, you shall suffer something. In fact, dharma is full of that, filled with that kind of threats, kind of scares, or superstitions, you can say, are filled with. And not only one religion, generally all. But being a scientist, being an engineer, being a student of science, a student of engineering, and a student of soul, I cannot accept it. I would never say you believe it what I say or you touch my feet because I'm Guru. No, no, no. You can shake hand, you can pass namaste, you can say salam alaikum. Whatever you say, no problem. It's all friendly. I am not interested that people should touch feet. No need. Yes, you can touch soul, you can touch mind, you can touch eye waves, you can touch your soul with other soul, you can deliberate, you can communicate, you can argue, you can raise questions, you can correct me if I'm wrong. All this would help whole world understand what is being said. This subject is not, you can say, challenge proof. Everybody has a right to speak and challenge. If you want something irrelevant, ir, you can say impractical, you can say no, it is wrong. You cannot say like this. Okay, I don't say, but it doesn't mean that you should not work on this. To be very frank, I I intended to get some person to learn this subject and then use this subject. But I did not find those kind of powerful people who got initiative, who got to learn something, or maybe to correct me if I am wrong. And then let this subject be used by whole world. But till now, it's all red stop. No green light available. I don't mind that. It's up to people how they conduct, how they behave. But this subject is like that. This subject is very useful if it is understood well, and if it's not understood well, this cannot be. There is no forecast in this. Again, I'm saying I do not deliver any forecast. I do not say that it will be successful or it will be not successful. I would simply say if you want to get this, you have to go this way, otherwise, you may not get this. Means mathematically, it is positive or negative sign, plus or minus. If you follow minus sign, you will reach this destination. If you follow plus sign, you may get this destination. I just try to advise what should be done because nature works positively as well as negatively. Maybe people do not understand this. Science is full of negativity as well as positivity. Positivity goes to practical work, that is physical work, that is mundane work, and that's engineering and development. Negative work goes to research. This is computer system, electron. What is that? negative charge particle, and proton is positive charge particle, while neutron is negative charge particle. And we say electron means electron is moved from one element to other element, or one point to other point, one structure to other structure, and we call it ionization. Ion, you know that's ion? It's scientific term, but this is a fact. Means negative is very important because negative is इनविजिबल, दिखता नहीं है, लेकिन पॉजिटिव दिखता है. हमारा शरीर पॉजिटिव है, इसलिए दिखता है. Body of everybody is positive, and it is visible, it is seen, it is physical, it is touchable, it is livable. But soul is negative, that's why we cannot use it to see, we cannot access to this, but we use it because it is available everywhere we go, it is available within everyone, it is available without everyone. Soul cannot stop its functioning. You can experience by that. Even if you sleep, your body works. When you sleep, your mind works. It communicates with you, it tells you something, and that is what is accepted and received in brain dreams. Brain tells everything in dreams, and we have to understand that point. We have to link ourselves to that one. We can do it only when we understand about this subject of power of soul. आत्मा की शक्ति खेल नहीं है, मजाक नहीं है, एक तरह का जीवन का विज्ञान है जो जाना नहीं है. बाकी विज्ञान तो हम जानते हैं. वी नो ऑल अदर साइंसेस, वी नो फिजिक्स, केमिस्ट्री, मैथमेटिक्स, many other subjects and sciences, we know IT, but we do not know what is soul work. How does it work? Who controls it? What is materialist consists of? We do not know anything, but we know Atma and Paramatma. Atma means soul, and Paramatma means supreme soul. This means soul and supreme soul belong to same class, same clan. Supreme is supreme, and unit is unit. Soul within me and soul within you may be having different properties, but home remains same, and that is why we call Vasudev Kutum. Whole world has one family, and that is God's family. We go back here, bodies are left here. What does it mean? Means body does not go at that time when we die. Bodies do not go. Bodies remain here in mundane world because this is not power of soul. But power of soul goes forever. It doesn't enter same body. It may find or may not find other body. That is different subject, different talk. But that is what I'm saying. Soul does not end itself. It changes itself. It energizes itself. It can be in depression, or it can be in aggression, it can be in stability, or it can be in nervousness, it can fail you, or it can pass you, depending upon what sort of state of yours have. You have certain, you can say, destination, you have certain objective, you have potential, you want to use that, you can use your soul, and you can use beyond imagination. Soul gives you everything, and that is very important point. If soul can be in depression, you may say you are lost your strength of spirit, strength of soul, you are despirited. And if you have strength, you are a spirited person, spirited, despirited, semi-spirited, non-spirited, soul damaged or not damaged, soul is powerful or not powerful. Soul is a system which is still unknown. How it works, who allows it, how long can it live, and how long can it not live. How does it relate to body of everyone biologically? How does it work with body and otherwise? Because soul has no biology, it is body that is biological, and functions of biology, organs are operated by soul, which doctors would not accept. They may accept or do not. They would say, "Oh, this has just happened. This is mechanism of body, this and that." But nobody would say, no scientist would say, what is relation of body mechanism, body functions to soul, and that is a point to be considered everywhere. Body functions must be related to some power, and that power is soul, power of soul, आत्मा की शक्ति हमारी बॉडी से रिश्ते रखती है, उसके बिना बॉडी नहीं चल सकती. Have to be physical part is body, mundane part is body, but soul is not mundane part. Soul is visitor to this part of body, and soul stays within this until it has to permanently leave. Otherwise, a part of it stays in body every night and goes out every night just for other various functioning, and that power of soul is something we cannot simply delineate. Okay, this is power of soul and this is the power of soul, this is body and this is not body. It is here and it's there, and we accept that way. No, that is not correct criteria. We have to change our attitude and understand, and that is why I'm inclined to talk about this. बस अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ सोल, आत्मा को समझना पहले बहुत मुश्किल नहीं है, लेकिन बहुत मुश्किल भी है. अगर आप कंसंट्रेट नहीं कर सकते तो आप आत्मा को नहीं समझ सकते. अगर मैं कहूँ आपकी आत्मा ने ये कर दिया, आपकी आत्मा ने वो कर दिया, और आप समझते नहीं है आत्मा, तो आपको समझ नहीं आएगा जब तक आप केंद्रीयकरण नहीं करेंगे, कंसंट्रेशन नहीं करेंगे, क्योंकि कंसंट्रेशन ही आत्मा की पावर है, और कंसंट्रेशन ही मिलती है शरीर में अगर हमारी आत्मा अच्छी है. इफ आई एम पावरफुल इन soul, I can concentrate, I can put myself on one point or focus on something and must get energy and get energy from soul. And soul never says, no, I don't give you energy. It's free for you. It's always present for you. Don't worry. Best friend of every creature is soul. There is no best friend in the world. Be very frank. Best friend of everyone is soul. आत्मा से बढ़ के कोई दोस्त नहीं, आत्मा से बढ़ के कोई रिश्तेदार नहीं, आत्मा से बढ़ के कोई शरीर नहीं, आत्मा से बढ़ के कोई सोच नहीं, आत्मा से बढ़ के कोई वेल्थ नहीं. I was born small, then became young, then became mature, and then became others. But power of soul is same. Power keeps on coming into body. It never ever stops. It's up to you. Put on Bibcock. Just you take water in your sink or WC or wherever. You get Bibcock on and water flows in. Same way, soul comes to you if your this Bibcock is open, or, or whatever else down the Bibcock is open, or this Bibcock is open. It depends upon where do you take it down. It works in every organ of body. That's the point you have to understand. This is biggest organ, most powerful organ. No other organ got this much power as this is, and this has got no cost. You cannot say, "Oh, your head is having so many dollars value." No, this head is my God's room for me. This head is my God's residence for me. I'm saying for me, not for elephant. And you all have God's residence here. That is permanent residence here for me, for my functioning. That's why I say it's my mind, my destiny. I'm not talking about physical structure of this. I'm talking about soul placement. Soul works for everyone. As I said, one, two, three, four. This portion is reached by everybody's soul because one has to live until day of departure comes. Even if you do nothing, you just eat and drink and sleep. These parts would work, of course, with less acceleration, not very rapidly. This would work. That point is really very significant to understand. If my soul does not work, this means I cannot live any longer. If my soul separates itself from me, That state is called expiry or termination, or person is terminated or declared dead. But till moment, soul is within me, I can use it. I can use it, mind it. Soul shall not use me. It is my power. It's given to me. It's up to me, up to person, how much you can use it. It is your bank balance. It is that balance for which you are accountant, you are manager, you are expenditure maker, you are buyer, you are client, you are judge, you are advocate. In your mind, you are everything. Sorry, sorry, gentlemen. This I think little temperature. I could not mind masking. But what to do? Is weather like this? I didn't put my handkerchief here. No problem. I just wanted to show my face to you. So I am just inclined to concentrate on my mind and your mind, because my mind is same as your mind. And even if you say animals mind, they have also of course limited potential, but human mind has no limit of potential. And potential means voltage here. In electrical engineering we say voltage is potential, and ampere is current, that is indicated by I or ampere. So you can say that in your body, soul is electrostatic and electrodynamic work. It does. What I mean, soul, in soul we have static force, which is also dynamic. And not only dynamic, very much dynamic. And also very much normal, very much stable. Sometimes in panic when you are soul, energy is turbulent. Sometimes you are not in panic, then you are stable. It's up to you how much control one has got on its mind, what's the degree of patience one has got, आप में कितनी समयता है, कितनी सहन शक्ति है, कितना स्थिरता है, कितना आप घबराते नहीं हैं, आपके माइंड को आप कितना यूज़ कर सकते हैं, कितना सोच सकते हैं, ये सब बहुत सिग्निफिकेंट बातें हैं. हम इंजीनियरिंग करें, मेडिकल करें, माइंड की ज़रूरत पड़ेगी. हम कोई काम करें, माइंड की ज़रूरत पड़ेगी, पड़ती. सोचता है माइंड बहुत तेज़ी से, बहुत दूर तक, जिसको आप मेजर भी नहीं कर सकते, नाप तोल नहीं कर सकते. हर व्यक्ति का माइंड बहुत तेज होता है. जो यूज़ करेगा उसका तेज होगा, जो यूज़ नहीं करेगा उसका स्थिर हो जाएगा. माइंड इज फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट. Only one commodity is available on earth, that is power of soul, which works in mind and in all other parts of body, but it works very well in mind. It enjoys working there. Maybe you enjoy what I'm saying or you entertain what I'm saying, but power of soul and soul enjoy work in mind, because there is generation. It's powerhouse. It's house where physically we cannot stay, but soul can stay. It can control all parts of this body, and it also can control so much others by its own way. Mind controls other minds, we know, because when you say this person is controlling so many people, this means this person controls minds of those people, and this means also souls of those people. That point we have to be very clear. All this I'm not written in my but this happens. I will add later on, because people have to read first, have to understand first. If you understand soul in your life, you can solve many problems. You can change your future. You can change your present. You can change your efficiency. You can use it, because there is no delivery problem, no supplies problem. Your refill shall be given. Your cylinder of salt shall be given. It shall come without even asking you. It shall bring with it whatever is required. All information shall come in this. Soul is network medium. It is universal network medium, you can say, not only worldwide medium. It is universal wide medium, not just www, but UWW. Don't think that you are short of your power. Everybody has got power. It is up to you. God has given you a charter of powers. God says, you use this power for you and then for me. First, you have to use it for me, I mean for yourself, and then because you successfully do it, gently do it, gradually do it, you do it for positivity of work, positivity of earth, improvement of earth. That means you do it for me, for God. Can you work for God? My question is that. You may say, how what you're talking? I'm not talking. Whatever you do on earth or elsewhere other than earth, you work only for that power, God, because your earth is not yours, it is only your game field or your work field. You have to come out of this one day. You cannot be permanent on earth. No one has been permanent except air, except earth itself. Soul cannot be permanent, but without souls, work cannot be done. We have equipment. This is equipment, body is equipment, machine. It requires oil, it requires water, it requires hydrostatic pressure, dynamic pressure, but it requires most important pressure, most important dynamism, and that is soul or Atma, empowered with a spirit unit. How much you can understand, you analyze yourself. My flow, your flow are same, no difference. Only difference is use. Medical science says people use only 16% mind. I say medical scientists, you are not right. You say analytically they use 16% mind, work wise they use 16% mind, otherwise they enjoy with soul mind. Mind is full of memory. That is not structure of mind, but soul of mind, soul of body. We remember what happened in life when I was born or I was in school. What is that? Is that not work of soul? Is that a work of mind? How immediately I recall, oh, 70 years before, 50 years before I was in that school. This means some memory works. So we can say yes, analytically, scientifically, for professional work, etc., etc., etc. This is minimum requirement. But what I say, if you can use it to maximum requirement, you are best person, your best representative of God. Soul is used for construction. Soul is used for improvement of body, personal body, and also whatever work is done by personal body, it is used for world improvement or earth improvement or lithosphere plus aerospace improvement, which is particular property, fundamental property of God. We have no right to damage that property. We have no right to go against that property because my equipment in which I am living, my body, is also God's property. But this has to stay here only, just like earth has to stay here. My friend, my soul, my God part, my soul, my potential, my soul, my energy, my soul shall go to that office from where I my I or my soul was sent to this earth to stay in this body which shall be called dead at time I live, but which is called live when I join this earth. So birth is joining and death is demobilization, or you can say birth is demobilization, birth is mobilization, and that is demobilization as far as earth is concerned, or it is if you say Other circle, other end is concerned that God says birth is mobilization, or you can say demobilization there itself, demobilization from God's office, and here that is demobilization, and there it can be called mobilization or remobilization. This can be called a circle or path of what we are talking about, and that is very important point. We have to understand, we have to clearly understand, not doubtedly. I'm just confining today to this 1 hour talk. I'll talk further about mind of soul until and unless we don't understand this. जब तक हम इसको अच्छी तरह समझ नहीं पाएंगे, हम अपनी एप्लीकेशन जो हमारी है DRG में अप्लाइड स्पिरिचुअल नंबर्स भी नहीं समझ पाएंगे। साउल को समझना बहुत आसान है, लेकिन लोग समझना नहीं चाहते। लोगों के अंदर डर बसा हुआ है, धर्म क्या कहेगा, पंडित क्या कहेगा, बिशप क्या कहेगा, वो क्या कहेगा, वो क्या कहेगा। कोई कुछ नहीं कहेगा, आप क्या कहेंगे, आपको सोचना ये है। यू हैव टू थिंक what you would say. It is very important point, and we have to be very clear about this. Only then we can say what is right or what is wrong. I'm closing at this point. I'll be back with you by that time. Wish you all best. Enjoy your soul, enjoy your mind. Try to understand what is being said. Thank you very much.